Hi everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, in an episode of Magic Duels. So for today's Friday Night Magic, I'm going to be introducing my, well, I don't really know the best way to describe it. It's got a few different things going for it. It's a combination of life drain, artifact synergy, and kind of like, I suppose it's like artifact life manipulation is one way to describe it. I'll basically talk about how it works as we go through, and obviously you'll see it in action when we play some games. To start off with, we've got the one mana Toolcraft Exemplar, which gets pumped up if we control an artifact. Next we have Underhanded Designs. This is the 2 mana enchantment. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield, we can pay an additional mana. If we do so, each opponent loses 1 life and we gain 1 life. So we've got our first life drain card in here. We can also use it as a destruction card for a creature if we control 2 or more artifacts, which is always quite useful as well. Next we have Blessed Alliance. This is a 2 mana instant, so we can use this to force an opponent to sacrifice an attacking creature, which is what I tend to use this for. This is my early game stalling tactic, so this is quite a nice card. This is coming very, very handy a lot of the time, this card. The secondary effect of this one is to gain life. I very rarely use this to untap target creatures. It's mostly used to destroy early game creatures and also gain life in the late game. Next we have Master Trinketeer, so it's a 3 mana 3/2 which gives all servos and Thopters +1/+1, so we don't run any Thopters apart from those from Foundry or the Consuls, so this is mostly just for the servos. And what we can also do is use this to create colourless servo artifact creature tokens as well, which is quite nice. So it's there to activate a lot of the servos that we generate from our Fabricate cards, and also to generate more in the late game if we need to. Next we have Glint-Sleeve Artisan, so he's a 3 mana 2/2 which can fabricate, so we can either pump himself up or generate a servo token for us. Next we have Weaponcraft Enthusiast. This is a 3 mana 0/1 with Fabricate 2, so most of the time I'm using this one to generate servo tokens. Next we have Kambal, Consul of Allocation, so he's a 3 mana 2/3, and he's one of the new life drain cards added into Kaladesh. So whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, that player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life, so it's a pretty significant swing. So it's a 4 life swing, so it kind of really stops your opponent wanting to cast too many non-creature spells until they've been able to remove it, which is kind of cool. I do really like this card. It's a really nice 3-drop, and it kind of goes along with the Drana's Emissaries. This is the old life drain card all the way back from the very first expansion, Battle for Zendikar. So she's the old 3 mana 2/2 with flying, and also with the life gain, where at the beginning of our upkeep our opponent loses 1 life and we gain 1 life. So this, the Kambal and the Underhanded Designs are the main life drain elements of the deck, I should say. There we go. Moving on, we've next got the Filigree Familiar, which is a 3 mana 2/2 where it when it enters the battlefield we get to gain 2 life. Also when it dies we get to draw a card, so it's a nice double whammy. We can use it to gain some life and then also act as a chump blocker to then draw us a card later on. Next we have Visionary Augmenter, so she is a 4 mana 2/1 with Fabricate 2, so you've seen her before in the vehicle deck. Next we have Restoration Gearsmith, so another card added into Kaladesh, so 4 mana 3/3 which when she enters the battlefield we get to return target artifact or creature card from our graveyard to our hand, so a very nice recursion card for black and white decks. Next we have Angel of Invention, so this is a really nice card. I do really like the way this card works. So it's a 5 mana 2/1, nothing particularly exciting on its own. It does have flying, vigilance and lifelink, so pretty powerful. So you can either buff it up to a 4/3, or you can either put the servo artifact creatures onto the battlefield as well. Also it's got the Anthem effect, where it gives all our other creatures a +1/+1. Next we have the Cataclysmic Gearhulk, which is a 5 mana 4/5 vigilance creature. Also, it's got a very similar effect to Tragic Arrogance, the card that I could not forget the last time I was looking at this card. But it is an artifact, so it synergizes up well with the artifact synergy we've got going, and then also it's got the sweeping effect as well. Next we have Skysovereign, so this wasn't in the original draft of this, but I kind of realised how powerful it was to have a pretty late game artifact in here. So, you know, it's a 5 mana 6/5, it's also got the ability to dish out 3 damage, so it's just really good. If we've got enough creatures down that can crew it, it's just really, really awesome. So I do really like having this around, the Skysovereign. Next we have Tamiyo's Journal. You may be wondering why this is in the deck. So first of all, it's an artifact, which is quite nice. The reason we want this in the deck is for the clue generation. So whenever So when we generate clues, so whenever we investigate, we generate these clues. Now what these clues are is that they are artifacts, and there's a really key thing about the fact that they're artifacts, and the reason for that is Marionette Master. So this is the real payoff for this deck. If we can get Marionette Master down on turn 6, every other card in this deck is basically stalling out until we can get a Marionette Master down. If we can get Marionette Master down with enough artifacts, she is insanely good. So the way this card works, she's a fabricate card. But the thing about this one is that unlike the other fabricate cards in this deck, we never want to put the servos into play. What we want from Marionette Master is the ability to pump her up to a 4/6, because whenever an artifact we control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, target opponent loses life equal to Marionette Master's power. That's insane. So we've got clues. You have to sacrifice these clues. So essentially they go to the graveyard. You know, the fact that they obviously don't go into the graveyard is moot. The fact that they essentially would be removed to the graveyard minus them being tokens triggers Marionette Master's ability, and then we can dish out damage to our opponent's face, usually 4 damage, which is ridiculous, my god. But yeah, this is the real killer in this deck, Marionette Master. She is amazing. So clues are basically a very, very free way of triggering her. So you just pay 2 mana, deal 4 damage essentially when these 2 cards are in play, plus any of our other artifacts such as Cataclysmic Gearhulk, Skysovereign, any of the ones generated from the Fabricators and Filigree Familiar will all trigger Marionette Master as well. So we can block, we can swing, and you know, we're basically trying to stop our opponent from wanting our artifacts to be destroyed while Marionette Master's down. It's amazing how much removal this card draws, and which is kind of why we've got the Restoration Gearsmith in this deck as well, to bring it back from the graveyard if we need to. Finally, in terms of the mana base, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to drop down the black mana very slightly here. Do I want to do that? I think I do, just because I often find that I need the double white sooner than I need the double black, so I just want to shift it back. No, I don't like that. I want to keep it the way it is, just have it fairly even, just because I've got the Marionette Master, which requires double black, and then a few double white ones. We're still running more white than we are black, but it should be fine, so I'll leave it as it is. Oops-a-daisy. Ah! I did not mean to duplicate that there. Where was I? So yeah, in terms of the rest of the mana, when this finally loads back up, sorry about that, I pressed back by accident. So yeah, in terms of the rest of the mana, we've got 2 of the Shambling Vents, 2 of the Isolated Chapels, all 3 of the Foundry, the Consuls, and 2 Inventors Fair to, you know, gain more life, because quite often we're going to have 3 artifacts in play from the Fabrication, and also we can then, you know, sacrifice it to search up things such as the Cataclysmic Gearhulk and the Skysovereign Consul Flagship as well. So that's the deck. Let's go play some games. Okay guys, here we are for game number 1. I'll double check who we're playing in a second. I completely missed that there. This hand we cannot keep. Oh god, this hand we cannot keep either. Oh, come on! This hand we're going to have to keep. Sorry, I'm just a little bit annoyed there with the mulligans. Oh my god, down to 5 cards. That is ridiculous. 1, 2, 3. At least he's down to 6, so we're not too badly behind. But did you see that? That is crap. I just had to scrap off the first game for crappy mulligans. I decided to keep a 2 mana hand and didn't get anything. Well, at least we've got double Filigree Familiar, which isn't too bad. So we're playing the rank 10 Lindis for game number 1. Like I said, I just had to scrap off the last game because I decided to keep a 2 mana hand and it didn't work. So I decided to mulligan down a bit more today, and so Scrap Heap Scrounger can't block. Exile another creature card from your graveyard. We do have Tamiyo's Journal, which could be interesting in a couple of turns' time, providing we find that 5th mana. So it's going to allow us to start investigating, which would be good if we manage to get ourselves a Marionette Master down sometime soon. So I'm likely to just block this 3/2 with my my Filigree Familiar. Yeah, it's just the ability to sacrifice, exile another creature card from your graveyard, return Scrap Heap Scrounger from your graveyard to the battlefield. I mean, that could be quite good for a deck like this. I mean, he's running all black so far, which is intriguing. I'm going to block this because I would like to draw the card from the Filigree Familiar. I mean, he can bring this back, so that's nice for him, but I do need the card draw right about now. Okay, we've got double white, which is good, I suppose. It does give us the 5th mana, and we also have Angel of Invention down as well, so in all likelihood I will be dropping that next turn. So we're going to gain another 2 life from our second Filigree Familiar. Now I'm just wondering whether or not I fabricate with this one, or whether or not I generate the servos, or generate the servos, or put the tokens on the creature. At this point I'm thinking maybe, or do I go for Tamiyo's Journal? No, I'm going to go for Angel of Invention here. But do I go for, like I said, do I go for the servos, or do I go for the... I'm going to go for the servos here. I like the idea of getting the bonus life from the Inventors Fair. So I'm thinking maybe just skip attack for now. There's no point attacking. We want to keep the 3 artifacts around if possible. Although I just realised I do have Tamiyo's Journal for next turn, so wouldn't have been the end of the world. What we got here then? Gravedigger. Okay, so we can return. Yeah, when it enters battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So it looks like this is some kind of like white-black recursion deck, which is interesting. Because obviously got that one. I'm guessing he's going to have the one that we've got in our deck, so we will gain another life from that. Very nice. So we're probably going to go for the Tamiyo's Journal this turn. Start generating all those clue tokens, which is quite nice. I think we're probably just going to swing with our Angel here. I'm going to gain 2 life. Oops, a daisy. I've just left my mouse over that. Just felt something buzz in my pocket, so I wanted to check it. Okay, so considering we went down to 5 cards, we're doing pretty well here. And all we really want now is... so he's going to be... that sucks. So he's going to be able to destroy our Tamiyo's Journal. Not the end of the world. He does gain 4 life from that, but we are on 27 ourselves. So I could search up Skysovereign here. I own enough artifacts, which is very useful. Which I may do on his off step. I've got nothing else to do, so I may as well just swing with our Angel again. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to search up for Skysovereign, which is going to be pretty useful for us. Because it's going to give us a very, very big creature to swing with every turn, so... Got more than enough mana here. We can also generate more tokens from Foundry of the Consuls. Yeah, it really sucks he was able to deal with our... Tamiyo's Journal. It looks like a lot more people are going to be running... Do I block here? No, I've got 30 health. What am I on about? Yeah, you go for it, mate. And what's we got here then? Whisperweave Angel. Enters battlefield, you may exile another target creature you control and then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Okay, that's interesting. Let's make sure we actually pop this. So, yep, we want to drop you down and we're going to grab up. I mean, we could go for Tamiyo's Journal again, but there's no point right now, so I think we're just going to grab Skysovereign, nuke one of his creatures down. So yeah, we're going to drop Skysovereign, we're going to get rid of the 4-2. Like so. And I think we're just going to play out Foundry of the Consuls here. So this gives us a nice blocker and also the ability to swing with it next turn, which is awesome. As we can't swing, obviously, with our 2-1 anymore, with the 4-4 in play. What have we got here then? Another the Scrap Heap Scrounger, which he brought back earlier. So yeah, all I'm really looking for now, so he's going to bring back the the card I just got rid of again. Okay, what do we got? Restoration Gear, so return target artifact or creature card. Yep, that's perfect there, so I'm going to grab you. I'm going to grab back Tamiyo's Journal, obviously. So that's perfect. Oh yeah, it becomes a 4-4 as well. That's pretty sweet. We're going to keep that Swamp in hand, and we're also going to crew up. So we're going to tap you down. There we go. So we're going to swing with Skysovereign, which is now a 7-6. Awesome, thanks to our Angel. So let's get rid of the 3-2. See if he blocks with the 4-4. So you can see there's several different win cons in this deck. It's just a really fun deck. I've been having a lot of fun with it while practicing. Built to last, gets +2/+2, and if it's an artifact creature, it gains indestructible. Okay, so those are just going to trade. That's fine. We don't mind that really. We're still in a lot better situation than he is. And he's decided to leave the game. Okay, awesome. So, yeah, I think we'll take that as a victory and move on to game number 2. Okay, guys, here we are for game number 2. We're playing... Well, I completely missed out there. I will go back and double check it in a second. I'm going to keep this and just hope that we get a black source pretty soon, or a dual source would be better so we can play Visionary Augmenter. But we at least have Filigree Familiar to drop on turn 3. So we're playing the rank 19 Akayu. Okay, so he's just mulliganed once. We've got red and black. Okay. Black source. Oh, yeah, straight off the top. Okay, this has suddenly become, like, the perfect hand now. I'm completely happy with this. You know, I don't really mind. Well, provided we draw a second white source sometime soon, I'm going to be completely happy here. This guy's done nothing so far, which is good for us. I think we'll drop an Inventors Fair here just to keep him guessing about what our other colours may be. He may think that we're going for maybe some kind of like vehicle deck if we show him white and Inventors Fair. Let's not give him too many clues until next turn where we obviously want to drop Drana's Emissary. Okay, so he's got himself a Chief of the Foundry. Not too bad. I was playing around. I was considering putting Chief of the Foundry in, but I just didn't really want to include it. Let's just drop Drana's Emissary here then. So we do still need a second white source for our Visionary Augmenter. But for now, we're probably just going to drop a Filigree Familiar on turn 4. Unless we get a second white source, in which case we'll be dropping... Okay, so he's gone for Chandra here, so he's going to be able to just nuke down our creature, unfortunately. Nope, he's going to +1 her. Not expecting that. He decided to go for the additional mana, I think. Interesting. Yeah, we'll just skip blocking for now, as we're going to swing back the other way. Yeah, he could have -3'd her to have dealt with my vampire. It's interesting he decided to +1 her. Okay, that's awesome. We have the white mana we need now. So we're going to we're going to fabricate here, I think. Swing for you. So at least if you try and -3 next turn, it's going to kill Chandra as well, which is good. So let's also then drop the Visionary Augmenter. And we're going to fabricate... We're going to generate the servos, I think. There we go. So we're just one artifact away from triggering Inventors Fair, and also be able to search up our library as well. So he's going to have 2 3/4s now, which is interesting. Fortunately, I can't just kill one of them with Skysovereign, which is annoying, but he gets up to 3 of them, so providing we can maybe deal with one of these, I would almost be half tempted to... Yeah, he's going to just outright just go for our Drana's Emissary, which I thought he might do there. So he's going to swing. Now, the question here is, do we let this go through? I think we do. I think we do. Okay, so wow, all 3 Foundry of the Consuls. That's pretty crazy. Now, do I go for a Visionary? No, I'm going to go for a Filigree Familiar here. Which is going to gain us 2 life. Almost half tempted to use one of these as a chump blocker this turn. Maybe block with the Visionary Augmenter and the Filigree Familiar, something like that. I think this is going to be some kind of like red and black artifact synergy, maybe? Okay, we've got Vile Aggregate, so maybe it's some kind of colourless, red-black colourless deck. So he decided not to swing this turn, okay. So that will gain us a life. Thank you very much. We do have another white mana. Let's drop another Foundry though. Filigree Familiar or Visionary Augmenter. I think we'll go for the Augmenter again. Let's just generate more tokens. So yeah, we potentially want to maybe go for something like Skysovereign, search it up, or maybe even go for something like Cataclysmic Gearhulk. So I think what other... We could also go for something like Tamiyo's Journal, sacrificing up the Inventors Fair. Okay, he has Marionette Master, so... That's interesting. Wasn't expecting that. He's got a Marionette Master of his own, and that's what we're looking for, basically. Oh wow, he just decided to go right for the servo play there. So he's now got a 6/5 with trample. I'm going to block with you just to draw a card. Prevent a couple of damage going through, so we'll go back down to 15. So we're going to get a Blessed Alliance, which is going to be good for next turn. Oh, there goes my Cataclysmic Gearhulk. So we've got another black card here, which is good. So do I play out Filigree Familiar, or do I just search up for... what's what I'm looking for? Search for Tamiyo's Journal, maybe? Is another option. I'm going to go for Filigree Familiar first, I think, though. Maybe use that next turn. We do have Blessed Alliance, which could be useful. Depends what he decides to attack with this turn. He's got a lot of creatures on the board, and I've got not a good way of dealing with them. Cataclysmic Gearhulk was a possibility I was thinking about searching up with the Inventors Fair, but, you know, that's not an option anymore, unfortunately. I'm assuming he's probably just going to swing with all of that. Nope. That was a mistake. So I'm just going to force him to sacrifice that creature. Sorry about that. So yeah, if I get Marionette Master, I'm going to be feeling a lot better. We got Weaponcraft Enthusiast. Let's just keep dropping mana here. Do I just generate more servos, potentially? Just keep generating them? How much mana I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I could go for like Weaponcraft Enthusiast, and no, I can't quite. No, it's only 4 mana to do that. So yeah, I can actually do both here. So I can drop Weaponcraft Enthusiast this turn, and then sacrifice you on his off step. Look for something like Skysovereign. Something like that. We'll have a think about it. So yeah, we're just going to skip attack for now. So I could go for Skysovereign for the beginning of next turn, nuke down his Marionette Master, for example. And then we'd also be swinging in the air. So he's just got 1 card left, as have we, but so he's swinging with all 3 of his servos. Now, what do I do here? I'm going to block one of them, I think. Block another one. And just let 3 damage go through? Yeah, I think that's fine. So we'll go down to 16. We also get to draw a card. And let's search up. So yeah, I think we are going to go for Skysovereign. Just because we need it to, you know, act as a blocker, all sorts of fun stuff, act as something to swing with. We also have a Blessed Alliance, which is nice. So yeah, let's drop you straight away. Get rid of the Marionette Master. Just so we don't have to deal with you. And do I go for Blessed Alliance? How much mana we got left open? 1, 2, 3. And I've got another Blessed Alliance, which could be quite useful here. So I'm just going to skip attack. And he decided to leave the game. Okay, that's interesting. I think it's probably because he obviously... I'm going to finish this one off just because I want to, you know, finish a whole game, so I want to see if he left prematurely or whether or not we do just have the advantage with the Skysovereign. Let's see how we get on here. So he's just got mana. I don't even know what this last card is. Because, I mean, we've obviously got 3 Foundry of the Consul, so we could crack all 3 of these. Just keep generating tokens to block him while picking him off slowly with the Skysovereign. So I'm guessing he just doesn't want this whole war of attrition. I'm just intrigued. I kind of want to finish this off against the AI. So he's going to... So we're going to crew with... we need to tap down for 2, don't we? There we go. And then do we Blessed Alliance as well? Just force him to sacrifice one of these? Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Okay, so we're just going to murder something. Interesting. So we're going to at least destroy one of these. It's going to take the 3 damage. Do we block? No, I'll let it go through for now. Oh, here we go. So this is where it all kind of goes pear-shaped for him. We have actually found our own Marionette Master now. So we would like to put the counters on the creature instead of generating the servos. I'm just going to skip attack because we can now just, you know, suck up his... can now just chump block constantly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we got the perfect amount of artifacts here to chump block with. So he now doesn't want to attack. So basically what we want to do here is just keep a constant supply of 4 artifacts in play. And he has got... Oh, come on, Obnixilis. I think this guy may have quit prematurely. Like, this is still going to be tough. For me, anyway. Okay, so we're going to play Drana's Emissary. Start draining again. And also swinging for 2. So we can swing at you next turn. We'll also play you out. I think we'll fabricate. We'll generate the servos even. Do we attack? No, I don't think we attack. We need something like... This is why I'm thinking maybe I should have put the Chief of the Foundry in, because it would obviously give us a nice buff for all of our artifacts, but at the same time, you know, we weren't looking for an aggressive deck, we were looking for more... So he's going to be able to +1 you, so he's going to go down to 18 health, gets to draw an additional card. So we need something like our to bring our Skysovereign back. So we need our recursion card, would be quite nice. See what happens. So he's done nothing there. We've got a very good board state here, unless he's got something like a Languish, but then again that would probably set him back just as much as it would set us back. So I'm just going to swing with the Drana's Emissary at Ob. So how much mana have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I don't think I can do both Glint-Sleeve Artisan and pop and crack a Foundry of the Consul. So I kind of want to crack a Foundry of the Consuls this turn to give me some additional Thopters to swing with. You know, above his head. So he's going to +1 Obnixilis. Go down by another health, so he's gaining a good card advantage here. It will obviously end this turn after we swing again with the Drana's Emissary, but all the two Thopters, either or. So he does have the Smuggler's Copter. Okay. I'm going to generate my Thopters now. I could really do my Angel, which pumps up all of my creatures, would be pretty fantastic. So he's going to... Yeah, this is a problem with the AIs. It's for some reason it likes to crack vehicles unnecessarily, and the devs do know why that is, but for some reason it just likes to crew... It likes to crew vehicles even when it doesn't need to. At some point, I think I'm just going to have like sheer numbers just to swing at his face with. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my sweet baby Jesus. Is he just going to sweep the board? Is the AI that clever? Who knows, but I'm going to be dead. Yeah, I'm just outright dead here. That's just completely screwed me over. Wow. Yeah, I'm just dead. Wow, this guy really did quit prematurely, because I had wow. I suppose he had no way that he was going to find like a Chandra a few cards deep, but yeah, because we're just dead. We're just completely dead at this point. I shouldn't have cracked those Thopters when I did. That was a bit silly of me, because at least I would have had 2 Thopters this turn to potentially swing at his face, but yeah, we are in a whole world of pain right now. I did think that he quit a little bit prematurely, in my opinion. So he's just decided to prevent that from blocking this turn? Why would you do that there? Wow, the AI really does make some dumb decisions sometimes. I still feel as though that guy made a huge mistake quitting when he did, because he really... with that Chandra, that has really kind of like changed the game there. Because I can't... I'm just dead here. He just swings at everything. Sweeping the board like that was insane. I don't think this is going to affect my rank, providing I don't just like quit. If I lose, I think it doesn't matter, because he's already lost. So we're just going to take a pounding here. For some reason the AI also decided to do that, so yeah, we're just going to skip blocking because we know we've lost here. Okay, I mean, the guy conceded, but because I get defeated, I do get my gold, which is intriguing. I also got to 16, even though I was defeated by the AI, I still go up a rank because the guy conceded. So I'll take that. I'll take that as a moral victory. I forced him to concede, but he should have won if he'd stayed with the game. But hey ho, more fool him. He quit way too early there, and I will reap the benefits of it. But yeah, this is a really fun deck. If you can get it to like work, if you can get some of your like Marionette Master and stuff to pay off, it is really, really fun. But we are going to leave it here for now, guys. As always, don't forget to comment and like if you've enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.